Here's the origin story of the Northeast Quarter Cup, the head-to-head baseball championship I made up and tracked through 109 years of real Major League Baseball history. In 1917, the Hellgate Bridge was opened in Astoria, Queens, creating the first continuous railway from Boston to Washington, D.C., passing through New York, Philadelphia, and Baltimore along the way. This train route is still used today. We call it the Northeast Corridor. The completion of the Northeast Corridor was a big deal for baseball teams who primarily traveled by rail. In 1917, there were 8 ball clubs who resided along the Northeast Corridor. That's half of the major leagues. There were the National League's Boston Braves, New York Giants, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Brooklyn Robins, later known as the Dodgers. And the American League's Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Philadelphia Athletics, and Washington Nationals or Senators. They really used the names interchangeably for like half a century. In my little fiction, the owners of these teams commemorated the completion of the Northeast Corridor with a little side bet, a head-to-head championship that would be competed within each league all season long and would be transported exclusively along the new railroad. This would add some spice to matchups and sell some extra tickets during the dog days of the season. Each of the eligible teams began the 1917 campaign with an equal share of the championship, which would be gradually consolidated over the course of the season as participating teams faced each other and gobbled up each other's shares in winner-take-all series contests. At the time, National League and American League teams never played each other in official games except for in the World Series, but there was still every reason to expect that the two title holders would run into each other before too long. But baseball is a game where what's supposed to happen rarely happens. So year after year, one half of the cup or the other would escape the clutches of the league's best team before the postseason. In 1922, it looked like it was finally time for a unification match between the Yankees and Giants until the last-place Red Sox swiped the cup from the Yankees on September 29th. That's what the Northeast Corridor Cup is all about, baby. So it ended up taking 20 years for the stars to align, and the American and National League halves of the Northeast Corridor Cup to finally be unified, when the New York Yankees defeated the New York Giants in the 1936 World Series. The combined Northeast Corridor Cup recognizes all the contests, reigns, and championships from both the American and National Leagues up to this point. In the American League, the Washington Nationals/Senators were the most prolific winners, clinching the title 7 out of the 20 years. The Yankees came in close second with 6 championships, then the Red Sox with 4, and the Athletics with 3. Washington's vice-like grip over the American League Northeast Corridor Cup is particularly charming given that they only won the American League pennant in 2 of their cup-clinching seasons. And in 1919, they actually won the cup despite coming in 7th out of 8th in the American League. The National League is way more lopsided, with the New York Giants becoming 13-time NL Northeast Corridor Cup champions and winning the pennant 5 of those 13 years. The Brooklyn Robins/Dodgers clinched the cup only 6 times, the Boston Braves just once, and the Philadelphia Phillies actually never managed to hold the cup at the end of any of those 20 seasons. And thanks to the Giants losing the cup to the Yankees in the 1936 World Series, the Phillies and the rest of their National League rivals wouldn't get another crack at it for a long, long time.